Welcome to Toby Grant Educational Services. Today, we're talking about a sentence many teens are afraid to say out loud. I don't know what I want to be. If that's you, I want you to pause and listen closely, because not knowing is actually okay. The fear of not knowing what you want to be can feel overwhelming, but it's incredibly common. Not knowing doesn't mean you're failing, it doesn't mean you're slow, and it definitely doesn't mean something is wrong with you. Let's explore why so many teenagers feel pressured to have life figured out early. Somewhere along the way, society decided you're supposed to know what course to study, what career to choose, and what kind of future you're building by a certain age. Here's the truth. Most adults you admire today did not have this clarity at your age. What they had was exposure. They tried things, made mistakes, adjusted, and learned along the way. The pressure you feel isn't because you're behind. It's because the timeline you're measuring yourself against is completely unrealistic. There's a big difference between being confused and simply being undecided. Confusion often comes from chaos. Being undecided, however, often comes from having too many options. You're growing up in a world with more careers, more opinions, and more pressure to get it right the first time. If your brain feels full but unclear, that's not weakness, it's overload. Being undecided simply means you're still gathering information about what you enjoy, what you dislike, how you learn best, and the work environment that suits you. That's not a delay, that's a process. If your job isn't to decide everything right now, then what is your job in this season of life? Your job is to observe yourself honestly. Pay attention to what activities make time fly and what drains your energy quickly. Note if you prefer working alone or with people, structure or flexibility. This stage of life is not about locking in a title. It's about learning patterns about yourself and understanding your core tendencies. Careers don't start with answers. They start with self-awareness. Let's reframe that fear and remind you of the truth. If you're undecided, remember this. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not wasting time. You are at the beginning of understanding who you are, and that's exactly where you're supposed to be. This isn't the end of the journey. It's the foundation. Subscribe, like, share, and comment Career Clarity Quiz, and we will send you the link to take the quiz and further your self-awareness.